So the streamer, he kind of irks me. You guys can hate me for it. I understand that. But he irks me. I hate his whole mentality of I can turn a straight guy gay, for example, his roommate, and how he was upset that his roommate at the end did not want to have a romantic relationship with him and pursued a woman and had a girlfriend, and then he was upset over it. Yes, his roommate was a jerk for using him, but at the same time, he was the one who kept pursuing and pushing his roommate to be in a relationship with him. So they're both jerks in this situation. And it irritates me that he continues to chase after straight guys because he gets a new relationship, a quote unquote relationship in this. This dude is nicknamed Whiskey. And this guy is a middle-aged divorcee straight man that follows his female account who thinks he is a woman this entire time, and he's texting the streamer's texting him back. They have a full-on will they relationship going on. Like, the dude is full-on pursuing him into a relationship, and instead of telling the dude the truth when he realized the dude is going for him, he continues to lie to the dude and taking the gifts and money the dude is sending him, repeatedly texting him, having conversations with him, promising that they would meet one day. Like, he's full-on scamming this dude, and he gets guilty feelings off and on, thinking maybe I should tell him the truth. And he freaks about what could happen when he tells the truth to him. He even gone to the trainer asking what could possibly happen for a friend, and the trainer tells him the truth that it might not go well, but he must have to tell the truth before it gets too far, and he refuses. He even comes up with the idea that he can continue to pretend to be a woman and sleep with the guy. As long as the lights are off, the guy won't be able to tell the truth. He full on has intentions to sleep with this guy pretending to be a woman because he doesn't want this to go wrong, and it irks me. And he's hoping that he can pursue this guy to become gay. Like, he's hoping that he'll turn this guy into loving him so much that once he reveals that he's actually a dude, the dude would want to continue to be in a relationship with him. And I'm like, you're about to get your butt kicked. Okay? He's about to get his ass whooped to Kingdom Come. And honestly, I wouldn't feel bad for him if he does. Because he is doing the worst possible thing he could do. He's doing what that guy did to the trainer. And the trainer let the guy off easy. Yes, he and that dude ended up trying to blackmail the trainer into sleeping with him. But it's no better what this streamer's doing to this guy. And yes, the story's probably going to make Wixie out to be a terrible, vile person. But honestly, at the same time, I will not be surprised when the streamer gets his butt kicked. Because honestly, he would kind of deserve it. Another thing that irks me about the streamer is his relationship with the photographer. Throughout book 1, I was actually rooting for the relationship, and I did feel a little bad for him. But honestly, at the get-go of book 2, I don't feel one bit bad for him, and I honestly feel bad for the photographer, because throughout book 1, the photographer was always the one getting onto by the others, especially the main character was telling him, hey, don't use him, don't lead him on, don't hurt him. But like, the streamer was pursuing him because he thought the photographer was rich. That was the reason why he was going after the photographer, and slowly, yes, he gained feelings for the photographer. But at the get-go, he wanted to use the photographer for the photographer's money and have an easy life living off of the photographer. And his opinions don't change even now. He's happy that he doesn't have to spend an ounce of money on the photographer because the photographer will spend money for him, buys him small, inexpensive things off and on, and takes care of him, and he likes that. Like, he likes the material parts of the photographer and the photographer's looks. And then he gets all woo-woo because the photographer lets him do things to him, but the photographer doesn't do things back to him. Like, the photographer lets him kiss all over his face outside of his lips, but he lets the dude kiss him back. Like, he does things for the streamer, and the streamer is like, oh, we're in a relationship. And I'm like, no, you're not. The photographer's just being a nice guy who knows you have feelings for him and is just letting you do what you want because he doesn't want to hurt you. But at the same time, he doesn't want to continue and pursue a relationship that will hurt you down the line. And it's so irksome because he acts like he's the only victim in the situation. And what really irks me is that he tries getting handsy with the photographer. Even when the photographer is telling him no, like the photographer is repeatedly telling him no, get off of him, and he's not listening to the photographer. And it finally takes the photographer snapping on him that he lets go. And yes, they end up cuddling with each other afterwards, but I felt so uncomfortable and so upset for the photographer. Yet the streamer is the one who acts like he's the victim, that he was the one who was hurt and used. And I'm like, no, you hurt and used the photographer because you wouldn't take a no. Like, it really displeased me, okay? I'm very upset. The photographer and streamer finally have a sit down and they talk to each other and they talk about their living situations and lifestyles. They tell each other the truth, how the photographer didn't actually go to school. He lied about that, how the streamer lied about going to school. They sit down and actually have a talk about their lives, which was really nice. They also talk about their childhoods, and it was a really sweet moment. The streamer's life was sad. Like, he wasn't just bullied and ridiculed at school. His home life wasn't great either. Like, his father was a very traditional man and believed the son would take care of his parents afterwards, and women are supposed to be sent out and married off kind of views. And because he was mostly raised by his mother and two sisters, because his father was off working all the time, he had very much more feminine ideas, even as far as believing he was a woman. And he's also a little confused. He's not sure if he's a woman or a man. He believes he might be both. So, and I'm not sure what the word is for that. Non-binary. It's non-binary, right? He could be non-binary, so I could be calling the streamer they now. But at the same time, the streamer wants to be a woman, but has very much sexist opinions towards women, to the point they prefer to be a man because of those sexist opinions they have towards women. They literally believe women are dependent on men. Like, that is their full-on belief. That is why, as a bottom, they believe they need to find a man to support and take care of them, because, again, their sexist opinions towards women, that they believe they need to find a man to support and take care of them. I am not kidding. So the streamer is not sure what their gender identity is, and back at home, they tried becoming a woman, and their family did not allow them to become a woman. Like, his relationship with his family is not great, and he tells the photographer, and the photographer listens to him. But I will state this one part that really irked me about their conversation is the streamer talks about one of their ex-boyfriends back in high school, an ex-boyfriend that used to bully him and beat him up, and still would bully and beat him up when they were dating. And he compares that person to the photographer, literally tells the photographer that the photographer reminds them of their ex-boyfriend. And the photographer is full-on offended by this, which is super understandable because, again, he's never laid hands on a single person. He treats everyone well and caring and loving. Like, it's no surprise that he gets the boyfriends and girlfriends, not just because of his looks, but how he treats people. And he's compared to an abuser by the streamer, which is what irks me about the streamer, as the streamer has known him so much, but he compares the photographer to an abuser. Really, I am not kidding, he does. And the photographer tells him about his own life situation, which his father was abusive to his mother, and then he was forced to live with his father after his parents divorced, and he had to take care of himself. He's been supporting himself this entire time. And the photographer, whenever the streamer, whenever the photographer brings up certain situation, he just goes, oh, was this person hot? Was this person hot? And the photographer's like, yeah. Like, the streamer's not actually listening to the photographer when the photographer's telling about his life, the same way the photographer did for the streamer. No, the streamer just wants to know if this person was hot, which kind of irks me too. Like, this dude is laying out his life for you, and all you care about if this person was hot or not. Like, shut up, please.